Hello guys, welcome back. Kind of want to talk to you about Loki is a sacred clown, and he's nattering at me because I really didn't eat this morning, but it's one of those mornings. And what had happened is after I played that game for you guys, I went on and completed that level, and I got to the part where I call it the boss puzzle, and I tried that for about half hour, guys. And I remember the very first time I had the game, I tried it for a couple days, and I couldn't get to it. And I knew I was so close, and I was so close, but I was doing something wrong. So I'm like, you know what? Go look up the solution because you're not stupid. You're very smart. Your brain just doesn't work this way. So I went and I looked up the solution. It was so easy, guys. I was so close. I was so close. Well, kind of not at all. I knew the direction I had to head in. I just didn't know how to get there. So I got that. And I finished that, and that unlocked 2 more things. Like those mini stories told you about. And there's a new mini story. I thought it was new, and I was like, oh, I just don't remember. So they have worked on the game. I go in the new mini story and sit in like the Arctic, and I'm like, this is so beautiful. Oh, it was beautiful, right? You go and you're hearing the story of this young man, and you go on a canoe ride, and it's awesome, and the sea sprays everywhere, and then you land in the puzzle. Oh, Lord Jesus. It's one of those puzzles. It's one of those puzzles that my little brain sees and goes, I could not figure this out, guys. I tried for a half hour, couldn't figure it out. I stopped. I'm like, I'm dumb, and you have your totem in there, and this time I picked Wolf. And I'm like, Wolf's dumb too. Fox would have helped me figure this out. Fox is probably laughing somewhere. Somebody heard me. Somebody heard me, because when I went in for my bath, I looked all around, you know, how you do when you enter a room. And when I got out of the bath, hand to goddess, my wolf shirt was back upstairs, because I'm like, I know I threw this down to wash. I'm pretty darn sure I threw this down to wash, but there was my wolf shirt. And I'm like, why would Loki or anyone else bring something old back? Oh, do you know what the solution was? To do what I used to do. I got this from being a hockey fan. This is going somewhere. I walk the ice. I literally cannot look down and see it in 3D. Some people could. My little brain gets lost with all the squares. But if I can walk the ice and know where the column's gonna go, just like knowing where the puck's gonna go, I can get there. And I'm like, I slap it off this, and I'll bank off that, and I'll go in here. And it worked. It worked. It was like, I'm using hockey strategy to play this game now. This is great. So that worked. So I was on the ice using hockey strategy. So it worked. It was a really hard puzzle for me, guys. Some of them are like super duper easy squeezy. Like you don't even have to try. Some are like a little bit of mental effort, and I like those ones. This was one of the super hard ones. So got that done. Went to the next part, got lost, because I'm like, where's the next part? I'm like looking out the vastness of the ocean. I walked the whole way back to the canoe. That wasn't it. So I walked the whole way back out, and I'm like, okay, I'm lost. And I go to turn around in frustration, and I see I was supposed to have turned around, and there's no indication. There's like no arrow, like, turn around, dude. I was supposed to turn around, go to this one part, so I got free from there. And I went on to the next and final main stage. There's actually a stage beyond that, and I'm like, well, if I can complete this final stage, I will just leave it at that, because I always get stuck on the final stage, and once you're stuck within a stage, you cannot go backtrack back out to the main area, and I really do want to have the 4 areas to go play in. So all that happened, and in this final stage, you're in the desert. You're actually reliving the life of a king that was like kind of like Captain Morgan, you know, terrible, killed everybody he saw that wasn't like him. So yeah, it was like you're following the life of this total despot, and you have to collect these runes, as I said. And there's this one thing where it's just you have to do this tricky bank shot, and I'm trying 15 or 20 times. It's not working. And then it was kind of like Loki gave me a nudge. She's like, maybe you're just trying it from the obvious angle. Maybe that's not the one you should be trying it from. Tried it his way 3 times. It suddenly worked, and I still had a coconut in the other hand, and all of a sudden the platform's shooting up in the air. And they added to this, so these platforms wibble wobble. The fabric wibble wobbles, does a dance. That was great. My imagination gets geared into VR. I screamed. I thought I was going to fall off the platform. I was terrified. I'm standing there with his coconut in my hand. I'm like, it might have been jackfruit. Anyhow, I did jump off, and I'm like, don't ever do that to me again. I hate you. But I managed to start the ring, get back down, get the rune, go back up, stop the ring. Da, 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 da. So it was kind of Loki's way of being like, you're not stupid. You just need longer to figure some stuff out. Just because there was one part of this game that I could just not suss out, it didn't mean I was stupid. He's like, we're going to do the rest of this stage together. And you're not going to go look up 30 things like you have in the past. You've looked them up once. You can either remember or you can figure it out yourself. You're not dumb. We're doing this. And I still was like, ugh. So I go upstairs. And a wolf lands on me. And that's Loki. I know that's Loki. A wolf, like, lands on me, and I'm like, oh, okay. I'm petting the wolf and talking to the wolf. And I'm still, like, in a funk. And then another wolf lands on me. So there are all these wolves landing on me at night. And I'm like, thank the gods I worship Loki, because I never get scared when stuff just randomly flies around my house. I'm like, damn it, Loki. But that happened. And this morning I didn't want to get out of bed. My fibro was acting up and everything else. And, I've never wanted to become one of those fibro queens that every day I come on and tell you, oh, I'm so sore. And because to me, my best strategy for me, I'm not judging those gals, but my best strategy is ignore the hell out of it. Do not treat myself like a disabled person. Do not treat myself like this poor little cripple and I'm so sick and today I'm walking with my cane. Ignore the hell out of it. Not take care of myself, but don't glory in it. You know what I mean? For me, if I start telling you every day, this is my symptom, that is my symptom, I would really be sick. So we're finding that balance between not taking care of it, not paying attention to it, but yet still taking care of it. And I just didn't want to get out of bed. It was one of those days. And a wolf landed on me. I'm like, okay, Loki. And he's really been pushing Wolf Totem, and I was, yesterday I was doing stuff, I kept seeing these butterflies. I saw, like, the one butterfly that's in the one fox print, and I'm like, well, maybe I see it because I see it every day. But I saw another butterfly, like the one I created for Segan, so I saw that one, and that one's been for Segan, it's been for Pan, it's been everywhere. But we did a lot of stuff, and we did, like, a lot of, meditation stuff, talking to various gods, but it's really been Loki being my champion lately, and I know it has. Him and Odin. Odin's been in a lot of dreams. If Odin's not in the dream, then usually Loki is, and it's, again, not Special Sparkle Princess, but they're like, you're really depressed, you're really down, I know you feel like nothing's going to change and get better, but you just have to have some faith. And they've seemed upset that I haven't had, like, the greatest faith in the world, but they've seemed to understand why. I'm very logical. Fox people aren't supposed to be logical, so I don't know where I get it from. But, well, I do, but it's a long, sad story, so never mind. But, I'll look at all the problems in the world and I'll go, well, that's why I don't have faith. And Loki's like, why don't you ever look at the good stuff in the world? So I've been kind of binge watching It's a Miracle. It doesn't mean, whatever, but it does mean that when I know I've done all that's humanly possible, I do have to rely on faith at that point. Faith in Loki, faith in Odin, faith in the universe, whatever makes you happy. But there will come times in our lives when faith is all we have. If I could go out and work a 40-hour week, even a 4-hour week job, I would do it. This is the job I can do, and I thank the gods I have this. It's kind of why it finally hit me. Why was my uncle so insistent I get a computer? And he was insistent because he wanted my livelihood. Now, that was for the first channel, and that was back when we thought that channel would go on and become a rousing success. But, the gods work in mysterious ways, and if I didn't have this computer and this VR, I wouldn't be doing this channel, because if it was just me talking into a camera, I would have got disinterested a long time ago and wandered off. And the VR has been a godsend. It really has. I know people go, well, that's expensive, that's why I don't have it. I wouldn't have it if somebody hadn't given me the money. You guys know that. And I really wanted to save the money. I really was, like, clutching onto that money because I'm like, this could buy food or something. Loki's like, no, you're sick. I'm not the kind of god that can snap my fingers and send you to the tropics or anything else. I know you can do all this stuff in VR. You're getting this. I can never. He's very honest, tell like it is. He's like, I'm sorry, sweetheart, but I'm never gonna put you on a boat and send you all around the world. But this I can do for you. So you either take this, or I'll make you take it. And it wasn't like if I hadn't bought the VR, Loki would have, you know, made it appear. Something would have just happened, and I would have ended up having to buy it. Weird, but it would have happened. So yeah, and we're doing pretty good. Our VR system's now officially out of date because the other one is launching, but you know, we're grateful for what we have. Even if I just have the games I have now and I never get anything else, because I've noticed there are a ton of interesting games coming out for the new platform. You have to have a lot of money to have that platform because you got to buy the setup, and then I think you got to buy this phone, and the phone's like mega expensive. The phone's more than my Oculus Rift was, and the newest Oculus is about the same price as my Rift, so it's like double my price plus your monthly fees for your phone and everything else. And I'm like, wow, I can't afford that. But I am hoping that, you know, some people out there, usually, I hate to say this, but Game Jolt's a good place for people to make adaptations, wink wink, nudge nudge. And, you know, they don't do it out of spite, but, you know, they do it like if they're making a copy of it to play on another platform, like there were popular games came out and they wouldn't play on Android or whatever, and people would make copies. Probably not legal, but you know, if you can't play it on your system, what are you gonna do? And right now I'm seeing all these wonderful things come out for the Go, which I don't have. And now I'm like looking at them. And there was a thing that came out with wolves too, Wolves in the Walls. And I'm like, God damn it, game, and screw off, because he's everywhere. I'm like, what the actual hell? I'm tripping over him now. God damn it, he's like the Stephen King of our day. And apparently I went and looked up this book. I'm like, well, first he screwed with the Norse gods, now he's screwing with wolves. What the hell do you do with wolves? And apparently there are these wolves in the walls, and nobody believes the girl, and the wolves get out of the walls and chase the family out of the house, and then the wolves are eating peanut butter or jelly and that. And I'm like, well, this is a step up from 8 grandmother tried to eat the child. So shut up, Loki. Loki's trying to help. So it was just one of those things. But you guys know I'm touchy where my gods and my totems are concerned. I'm like, go away. So it's been a strange couple of days, but it's been pretty good. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.